Hello and welcome, my name is Nilaus. This is episode 53 of our Let's Play campaign of Factorio. We are playing Modular Megabase and this is what it looks like so far. What I did, so I've done a bit work between sessions because I had to wait for some timeouts. I had to do some experiments. So basically I also tried to round it off. Round it off as a square. I don't think that's an expression that makes any sense. Anyway, this is now squared, looks nicer, no black dots in here. It did not reveal very many nice deposits. There was one decent one up here, I guess. 22 million and some kind of small things down here, like 12 million, I guess. That one's also good. But it's nothing amazing, and this is unfortunate just the way it is. Now, another thing that I also made is out here based on some feedback in one of the comments, so thank you very much for this, basically saying that I would run out very fast because I didn't have enough steam power. Basically, so just let me explain how this works if you are not familiar with it, because of course I'm familiar with it, but then again, I built it. So the idea is we have fuel coming in. Fuel is only inserted, you can see there's a condition here. This will only insert when the total steam of the system is less than 50,000. So you can see here, because then it inserts 5. It takes 10 minutes game time to consume 5 fuel because it actually so in the meantime, when they consume these 5 fuel, then they are outputting, and they're outputting enough to keep these running at 100% productivity. Yet they are not producing at 100% productivity because I'm not using 100% of my power, obviously. So what happens with all the rest, that's more than half of it will just get lost. And instead of just losing it, then I'm basically saying these are outputting steam, and they're working from the water. They're getting water in, and they're getting the heat from the nuclear power. So as long as the nuclear power gives off heat, immediately when it's more than 500 degrees warm, it will, and I put water in, then it will produce steam. But what's going to happen with the steam when there's no one to consume it? Then it'll just stockpile. And that's why I put all of these, keep on going, all of these steam batteries in, so that they can absorb all the excess steam. And when they have now consumed the these five fuel cells after 10 minutes, then it'll just slowly decrease in temperature. As it decreases in temperature, no more heat will be produced, and it will start getting the heat from the stored tanks, because it doesn't lose any heat when it's stored. It's just 500 degrees warm. That's it. So basically I've did some calculation. This cell here consumes about 5,000 steam at full operation, and by adding another one of these, then I now have 110 110 tanks, and that will give me a buffer from the time this runs out and these are empty of about 9 minutes. So that means if it's fully producing, it'll take 9 minutes from it does not receive any fuel cells until it runs completely out. And then you can multiply up, of course, if all is producing, but at this point it will give it's basically 18 minutes from the time if it's fully saturated and it does not get any more fuel in, 18 minutes until it will run out. That is pretty amazing, and this is scaled up. That will give me, oh, look at that. That's I had to move just one tile, and that was a bad thing, I guess. Okay, so that was explaining the steam batteries. The last one thing I have created, don't get run over, thank you, is over here. Now this looks like we are getting way more than we should, but oh look, there's only 6 in the depot, so we might actually need to make another depot soon. What is the threshold? Less than 10, then I need to worry. So what I've done is take this one, I'll now update it to 55. Oh, I can't even do that. This is the mining productivity. Mining productivity 55 gives 110 percentage plus 100, so now it's 210, and that means I can take the input here, the red input. This is the raw input coming from each of the warehouses or each of the facilities. Production, what's it called? Smelting facilities, yeah? Smelting outposts. They're going in here, and then they're going to be multiplied by the mining productivity So the first you're going to divide by 100 and then multiply by mining productivity and fed back. And that's the green signal. So the green signal you can see is a bit more than twice the red signal. Because then I take in the mining productivity. And that basically means that now I can look at it and say, all right, I have 54 million iron in my storage before I need to find something else. That's good. Combined with the fact that I know exactly when each of these deposits is running less than 1 million, then I feel pretty confident that I can manage this. This one is also very interesting because this is now showing that I'm actually starting to use all of my trains, or well, at least at any given time about half my trains. That's a good sign. Now let's mess that up. What we also should consider here is the fact that I am not actually producing enough green, well, the speed modules. Why would I say green? Speed modules. The speed modules are here and they're being produced, and you can see, yeah, they actually, you know what? I'll just go out there and put some speed modules in the speed modules, which unfortunately will screw me over for the next thing I want to do. Let's just go there because I want to drop down another rocket silo, rocket launching thingy. And the reason for that is I want to make sure it catches up. If we look at our science facility up here, okay, they are actually loading here, and okay, this is actually quite nice. So we do have some here, and it is actually producing. So now the bottleneck is nowhere. Right now I don't really have a bottleneck, but I guess this was because these two were at the same time. Good, let's keep going down here. This one is a bit overscaled at this point. There, that's a bit more modest. Actually, it would be way better to have these instead of the outer ones. It'll still be fast enough, and I have no need for making it any faster than this. Okay, come on. Don't look at this. Don't look at the fact that it's red. This is producing as much as it can. Why is that one not actually getting stuff in? Okay, that's because it cannot exit. It's kind of a waste to put them in here because they're never going to be producing. Doesn't matter. I probably won't have enough materials to do this, but I want to make sure that it's definitely not this one that's constrained. And these go into that one. Great. So you can see here that it is picking stuff up, and I need this one to scale up a lot faster than it already is. So we'll keep that one operational. And unfortunately, I did not take the car. So we're going to go out to build another rocket deposit. Will it work? Yeah, I think I have enough. Let's look at... Because the rocket silo requires 156. And I have more than 156. So I can easily do that. Let's head out. Should I drive manual? No, I should not. We're going to go to rocket 3. Water seems like a great place to go. That's probably the most idle one. Oh, look. Science packs to science lab. Okay, I know what we're gonna do. This is simply not fast enough. We're gonna have to unload on both sides from now on. That's exciting because that gives us a few new challenges. We'll do that afterwards. No production science. And look at this. Production science is problematic. And you manual and go. That's an interesting incorrect place I went. I needed to go to rocket, not science. Rocket 3, water, condition, go. So let's have a look at this one. See, the problem is simply the fact that it takes too long for them to unload, and therefore some of them will get that. Does that mean that I went back here with junk? No, not yet. But it's actually really interesting to see this. But there is no doubt that this must be improved. See here? Blue goes first, now the green goes first. I simply need more. I think there's also the point here that it's not evenly distributed. I can do a lot of things here to make this better. Manual, remove, and here. Whoa, someone has put a forest in the way. Unfortunately, we need to move it. Boom, boom, boom. Keep going. And then I should be upgrading the rest. Now, the next question for myself is, should I build on top of this, or should I just say, you know what? Let's not do that. That's not very nice. And now back to one of my odd quirks here. So what do you guys think? Should I build on top of the uranium deposit to make it look consistent? Ding, ding, ding. Yeah, I'll do that. That's for sure. Thank you for the advice. That was most helpful. And we are now going to build this big blueprint. Smash it down. Get on with it. And 3, 2, 1, go. Probably not need to have this one. And I might as well start making these because there will not be enough. And let's go to this location. Good. What else do we need? We definitely need beacons, these, and some more of those. Yeah, I guess that's gonna be fine. From the other one, I think we have everything. Maybe some of these, yeah. Okay, let's start cleaning up this stuff. And I just love how simple this is. And what is that one doing? Oh, no, it's just junk. Is this cheating in your book? Just picking up robots? I find the charging of the robots is ridiculously slow compared to the usage of them. There you go. And yes, we have them as pink. Someone mentioned, why don't you just create them as 0? And if I created them as 0, what would happen is that they would start being a demand for it immediately. And that would mean that even while I don't have everything built, the trains would start coming in. And that could lead to all sorts of problems because, for example, I haven't placed the storage tanks, but the train comes in, it'll be failing to unload, and therefore it'll go back, and then suddenly it'll decontaminate the network. So this is actually the best way, in my opinion, to do this, even though it, of course, also blocks the other one. Oh, that one. That one gets blocked for a while. But that's okay. And that will be manageable. It's pretty well, I want everything to be done first because I don't want things to sort of end up the wrong places. That can easily happen, and belts could be contaminated when not all of it is around. All right, is anything missing? Okay, so we are missing a few of these, and I just need to stretch it out so it's easier to grab the stuff here. There. Now everyone is just coming back for a break. Okay, let's head out again. It's just missing this part up here. Got it? Almost. Okay, we're missing yellow or blue belts. Blue belts, yellow, whatever. Some kind of belts, yeah. No production signs. So again, for the people who have been saying that yellow signs is not working, well, I'm sorry, it actually is, and it's not the yellow signs that's the bottleneck. Sometimes it is. Now there's another one that is constrained, but it's not the yellow signs. So the yellow signs is quite fine. I like it to be sort of sometimes one, sometimes the other, because that indicates that it is actually working. Now comes the big moment. What are we waiting? Oh, that's just turrets engage. And now we will start seeing lots of crap coming in. And this may strain the entire network. And I need to make sure that, this is actually what we are going to monitor, because that will give us sort of a reveal of what could be a potential next bottleneck. My guess is it could be steel, because we only have 2 places to load steel. And water, I don't care, because that's so trivial. We'll never, don't say never, but I don't think we're gonna use more space for that. Let's see, that one goes back in. You, anything else? Here, these guys are going back in, and I think aside from this, it's fine. Oh yeah. That one and that one, yes. Cool. Some actions, and let's just simply head out from here. We should be seeing some trains coming in soon. There, that's rocket. Silo 4. Okay, that was stupid. Okay, this is a pretty risky place of just driving carelessly. I think I'll take this path. It is slightly safer. And go here. Oops, that we forgot to turn. No high tech. In this case, yes, that's the key. Good. Let's have a look. This one, I'm somehow going to need to unload on both sides. So if I unload on both sides, how would I make this make sense? Because I think I'm going to use more space for this, and I'm still going to follow sort of the same pattern here. It'll just basically double the unload speed. Now, if I have this, I could be doing something like this. I don't know. I don't dare put this out here. No! Crap. There. Let's test. Obviously not what I wanted, but whatever. Yeah, okay, so they go on the correct side. This is fine. And I'll then get these two. My idea here is that I will, by making it this way, I can guarantee that they are actually, let's see, I'm going to do some testing again. That's not going to be the same as this part, right? Yes, it is. And that's the point. It will then alternate between the two, as long as that makes sense. This is in the best way I can see that I can guarantee that I am balancing all 4 of them out, because I don't want to be in a position where one of them is always full and the other one are empty. It doesn't really matter because they're not moving it that fast, but I think it's a good practice though. So what would this look like? I guess the easiest would be actually doing this part. Oh, they won't reach. It won't reach. You can see the problem here. This becomes an awful spaghetti mess. The other alternative is that I merge these 2 lines, and then I merge these 2 lines, and then I merge them up here. And that I don't think is a good idea, because then it'll be really haphazard. I think I need to take all of it out on one belt that is protected somehow. And So that one can go this way. So I'm gonna get here. Yes, here. I'm just gonna leave a bit of space between it. So here, here. That one doesn't make sense. Let's do these ones. Yeah. So at this point, we now have these two, this one. I think it actually makes more sense. What? It makes more sense. I don't know. That's Space Science Pack. Oh, that's a great place to stand. Haha, just let me just stand on the tracks because why not? Should be able to get something in. This is only that one is blocked. Fine. This one is doing okay. Where are we going on this? Let's have a look at the overview. Okay, there's still 4 left. Okay, interesting. Is this a long line of queuing? No, not really. It's missing some petroleum, but it's inbound. It's missing some steel, but that's inbound. And, you know, it's just working. And finally you come in. So I guess we do the same here. And then it becomes a question of, oh no, why? What? Oh, it made a double one. Oh, that's so awesome. That rarely happens. It rarely happens, but that's, LTN can do that. It can combine if there are 2 things requested from the same location at the same time. It'll just figure out and say, you know what, I'll just come by once and pick it up. So at this point, let's see. I am going to have, these 2 are going that way. I'm going to have all of this junk going this way. That's actually going to be problematic, isn't it? Oops. Hello, train. I have a feeling there might be something really obvious that I'm missing here. This is not easy because this one is going to be like this, right? So that's the easy one. Yes. The next one gets more difficult. Okay, we have stuff coming in, but I have killed my sciencer at this point. So these are now working. That one is going to be perfect, full of perfectness. And that merges the blue together, so I need to merge the blue somehow. Well, I can do that. I can take it from here, I guess. Nope, I cannot. No, it doesn't work. Does not work. Ah, this is horrible. Maybe there's another way. Maybe the answer is going this way. Yeah? start by removing this. Okay, so now I have this one. You know, one way or another, these two are gonna have to be merged again. So it's probably better to actually merge them on the other side. So, and go through. Here. That one's now good. This one, for the obvious reason that it's not actually producing what I wanted to, then yes. Well, that didn't work. And I actually want it here. Boom. And this is just making absolutely no sense until we do this. Good. So I can, at this point, put in that one. Let's give it a shot. And of course, I also need to make sure that it's wired up. So, and that I'll do the easy way. Got it. Boom. And make them go in here. Yes. So, let's see if it works. Looks like it's working. So the whole point of this, and there can be a million other ways that are easier, but the very important part is I want to have all of these 4 empty at the same rate. That is the reason why I'm doing it this way. Testing, 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 testing. Well, I can't stand on something that isn't. There we go. Okay, blue. And again, so that's why I'm not merging it on different side. I must merge it in on the same side. The capacity will be constrained to half of a blue belt anyway. So there isn't really a need for more than this, but I need to make sure that it actually, so, okay, so that's the easy one. And then comes the purple. Great. And now I need to figure out how to get them back in the game. Yeah. Interesting that they actually have to alternate now. Because this one is... There. Like this. Got it. And the last one, where are you? You are here. Go from here and up there. It can be further. No, it cannot. So get that in. It is one twist. There. Oh no. Okay, so is it working? Looks like it is. And what seems to be the problem? So something is inbound. Let's figure out what that is. And up there, 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 and yes. Let's see something coming inbound. You are loading. Yes, that's fine. Loading is actually taking longer time, but I want to make sure that now the unloading time is twice as fast as it used to be. And everything is working. Of course, these are probably going to empty. How much do we have? All right, we have 300, 200 yellow sides. I like this. It works and it does exactly what I need. And what I need is that it's balanced between all 4 locations, which at this point is rather silly because I mean, that one there, that one there, right? I think this is pretty much a prerequisite for doing it. Gray in, gray in. That's not a lot of gray. And how much do we have in each? Okay, I need to wait until it's done unloading. There we go. Got away. Half and half. Take half out and put it in here. Take half out and put it in here. Yes. And the yellow is easy. Good, so now it's pretty well spread out. And of course, as always, it's the yellow signs. Not yet, no signs. But there was a production sign, that was probably when I picked it up and let it out again. So, what are we picking up? We are having a lot of different ones. Why do we have such a congestion everywhere? That seems... Okay, that's up at the science. It's very important to see why are you congested. Oh, you're congested because you are unloading this way too slow. Interesting. And you... Okay, this is me messing things up. Where are you going? You'll go to science pack, red, rainbow. Okay, so... That one's okay. That one's... Okay, you're going to another one. Great. Alright, so that was kind of an unusual situation because I had to pick up at the same location, I guess. That one's loading yellows. Yellows. Oh, look at this. There are 2 yellows and... Okay, we're going to stand here just to see how fast it unloads, and if it works, we'll go a bit over time, but I think it's important for us to see that what we've built here is actually working. Now at this point, I could also say, you know what? Why do I have such small batches of it? Right? This batch could be twice as big. That batch? Why don't we build batches twice as big so we have fewer trains running? It will, however, take longer time to load because I'm only loading 2 trains, and that might cause timeouts. It could. It could also cause congestion somewhere else, so having small trains like this might actually be more beneficial. There we have the yellow ones coming in, and that will kickstart the science once again. And there's the next one. That's a production science. Where's the production science? At this point, it's actually the yellow one that needs the most, and we have yellow coming in. We don't actually need purple, but I guess that was because I picked it up and then it went in, so go away. No station supplying steel plate. That's interesting. That should be sort of the foreshadowing of what we do next time. Wow. Steel is dead. Okay, I knew that was gonna happen. This looks okay. I mean, it's getting what it can. But it's obviously not full belts coming out. But at least that means there is a full flow. Whatever I can get, I am getting. So that definitely means another steel deposit next time. So what do we look like? We are looking like everything is now fully saturated back in the science base. That's good. Is any other ones inbound? Yeah, no. Let's just go back to the parking lot. So come back to the parking lot and boom, it's gone. Good. So we now have science, and that makes perfect sense because, oops, if you look at it, nothing is requesting. The closest one to requesting is actually red science. So we're going to wrap this one up here. Thank you very much for joining. I hope you enjoyed this little spaghetti episode. So we got some nice rainbow spaghetti here. And, well, we've now kicked up yet another module. I think that's pretty good that we can just keep adding modules so easily. So with that, thank you for joining. Hope to see you next time. Hope you liked it. If so, you know where the like button is, you know where the subscribe buttons are, and I'll be seeing you next time. Cheers.